Hello YouTube, this is Seth Maloney, and I've got another short story here for you. I got the computer on my lap because I feel like it might be quiet if it's farther away. I'm not really sure, but you can let me know. But yeah, so this is a short story, and then I'll talk about it afterwards, kind of about the story and why I did it and whatnot. Now it's been a while, so alright, here we go. So it's called Brikely. Brikely was a man that was always true to himself. When he was born, he looked up at his mother with his bright green eyes. This was the first thing that she noticed, so she wanted to come up with a masculine name that represented this particular trait. She came up with the name Brikely because it sounded like brightly. Brikely grew up making life out of life, and stood out just like his name. He loved music and would often dance at various events, making everyone get off the floor and just watch and awe. In these moments, nothing mattered, and he was fully in tune with the music, letting it spark his creativity and letting his body go wild. He also enjoyed nature. He could spend hours just being out and about in the trees, listening to birds and looking for things. He lived with a big, good heart wherever he went. He often made people laugh even when he wasn't trying to. One day when Brikely was about 22, he headed off to one of his favorite trails. It was the weekend and he was in his last semester of college. When Brikely started off in the trail, he immediately started to walk real slow and methodical like a detectivist. He would hear a bird or something in the bushes, and he would quickly try to pinpoint what it was. When he heard a particular high-pitched chirp, he knew immediately what it was, and upon finding the bird in the trees, he would shout out, "Cardinal!" What Brikely didn't know was at this time was that he was being watched. The devil was watching all of this beneath his eyes. He said softly but angrily, "I'm jealous of joy." Joy to Lucifer was like a tiny ember flake that upon its touch from a person, a God-created individual from the world, went away, leaving him with a burn. The devil continued on, "He's damn good. I can't stand this. I must do something, but what?" Then with a smile that you already know, he stated, "I will take away his very being, who he is. That way he won't annoy me anymore, and he might even kill himself." At that, a great light appeared in front of Satan, and it was God. God spoke, "I will allow you to do this because I know that Brikely will not lose faith and become foolish." As God left Satan, he went on with his plan and took Brikely's being. All of a sudden, Brikely felt different. He was still in the trail, but nothing had meaning. He still continued on through the trail, but now he was just walking. He felt detached, like he wasn't really there. He tried to push this feeling away, but it was constant, and even when he didn't think about it, he felt that it was still there. But he felt fine. The words like and want were no longer in his dictionary, except that he wanted to know himself again. Some time passed, and Brikely even asked his mom about dropping out of college because he thought that nothing mattered and he didn't aspire to be anything. So he said that he might as well drop out of college and not waste time and just get a simple job and just make enough money to survive. But his mom wasn't having it. Sometimes when he would go for a walk or something, it would just hit him. "I don't know if I'm me or not," and he would start to tear up. And this time he came up with a plan that he told his mother, father, and grandmother, which goes like this. If one of them dies before me, they would ask God if Brikely is fine and is he himself. He also journaled a lot, wrote poems, and even a couple of songs. A lot of the journaling was on the same types of things, but written in different ways. You already know it was negative. After a while, Brikely decided to really not think at all, at least no negative thoughts, and also not write anything negative. He did this because he realized that thinking in this way only make him sad and it would not fix anything. His last poem that he wrote goes like this. My last negative poem on myself. Watching the grain of life slip away, nothing matters anymore, I'm afraid. Lost beyond compared, my mind is impaired. I don't know if I'm me or not, only God could have thought of this plot. There's nothing I can do, nothing to turn me into something true. All I can do is sit and wonder, until I cry from the thunder. I don't even care I'm alive. The only thing moving in my life is time. It seems that God doesn't even hear my cries. Oh me, oh my. Life is continuous, but is not always luminous. Somehow it has started over, erasing everything like a mower. When will the mirror of my soul clear, so I can see that I am still here? After a while, God gave the devil a nudge, and the devil cast a spell on Brikely to make things easier on him. But the devil still did not make Brikely himself, did not get Brikely himself back. But this new spell made it so that Brikely was now unable to feel, dwell, or really experience the separation that he wasn't himself. So it numbed him to it. But Brikely didn't feel like himself because now there was too much separation and he still didn't feel like he was just there. And he still felt like he was just there. But he felt fine. Brikely ended up working at Lowe's at the end of his last semester and then continued on after. One day, years later, not long after his grandma died, he heard a voice. Hey, Brikely, did you remember to put on deodorant this morning? He knew right away that it was his grandma. God told me that the reason why you are, or at least you were because of the spell. Feeling the way that you were is because the devil took your being out. So no, you're not you, but God also told me that if you keep the faith and keep looking forward, that when you get to heaven, you'll be a better version of yourself than you have ever been. I know you can do it, just keep on going. So Brikely kept wandering, but at least he wasn't wondering about what's real. So now all I need to do is to keep going, even if he isn't really the one that is going. So yeah, that's my story. I just want to add that Brikely, I should have kind of said it while I was reading like the stuff that relate to me, but basically all this is me. Like this is my story. Like Brikely is me. Like I'll just skim through it real quick for you. But like I love music, I love nature, and then it just happened when I'm 22 now. And over the summer I was, about turning. You're interrupting the video. Can you go in the other room? Go in the other room. So then, close the door. Close the door. So then one day, when I was 21, sorry about that. One day when I was 21, turned 22, yeah, so, I don't know, somehow I just separated myself. I still, don't know if I'm me or not. And I just did it with the devil just to kind of, that part, that's like a story. That didn't, I don't think that happened. But I danced a lot, and at events, and I was, good at it. And yeah, all of a sudden, just things just didn't really matter. And that poem that I read is a poem that I read. And when the devil said, "I'm jealous of joy," I thought they actually said that. And so, and the plan that I made, or the plan that I made in here with telling the mom, grandma, ask God if I'm myself or not. Yeah, that's true. I made that plan, and I told my grandma actually this morning. I told her to write it down so that she doesn't forget, because that's the way I'll really only know if I'm me or not. And then that thing where it said that God gave him a nudge, the devil a nudge to make things easier. Yeah, it's weird. About a week ago, like I don't really feel the separation as much anymore. And I always have felt fine where I say I feel fine, but I still don't. I can't be certain if this is real or not because of this time of this separation. You know. But yeah, that's pretty much everything in here is true. And I'm actually gonna get a job at Lowe's. I just had an orientation, or I'm gonna have an orientation soon, but this year I got the job. And this shirt I have on, I'm actually working a little job at the park, Lakes Park Pumpkin Patch, with inflatables and kids. And then I'll go on to Sunday. I'll be working this evening. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get a job to survive. And I've written a lot of poems, and I wrote a couple songs, like I said. And I'm just hoping that one day that I call it Plan 1, that the plan will work, and that I'll actually get an answer. I know it doesn't seem like, oh, it doesn't really, it seems fine. I know I feel fine, but I just don't. I know you guys take it for granted. I know, like, when I was me before the summer, you're just you and you're going around, but I don't even think am I me or not, but this is what's happening, so yeah, hopefully it won't be that kind of answer where I'm at, but I'll just see, hopefully there's an explanation too. Alright, so yeah, I just wrote it. I didn't even edit it. Like, there's a couple of grammatical errors and stuff. I just wanted to write the story. I wanted to write a last poem, and I wanted to write a last song. Here's my story, basically, just with a different name. Alright, if I don't make another video before Halloween, happy Halloween. Yeah.